Eventually, it happens to us all. You come out and a flat tire. Don't panic, you can do this.
Arriba.
Today, we're going to show you the basics of changing a flat tire. There's several variables you'll need to know, like where the spare is located, where the tools are at, and where to place the jack on your car. You can learn all this from your car's manual. Let's get started. First, let's talk about where to change your tire. You want to make sure you're on a relatively flat, hard surface. You also want to make sure you have plenty of room to work safely around the tire. It's not a good idea to drive a long way on a flat tire, but it's much worse to try to change a tire right in the middle of a lane of traffic. Get to a safe spot. Start by turning your car off, putting it in park, and setting the emergency brake. Now, locate your jack, tire tool, and spare tire. They're probably somewhere in the trunk or back of the car, but you may need to reference your owner's manual to find them. If you have one, you want to use your tire tool to remove your hubcap or wheel cover. Once you get to the actual lug nuts that hold the tire on, place the tire tool firmly on the lug. Most tires are installed at shops with an air impact tool, which makes these lugs very tight. I've had to go as far as standing on the tire tool to break them loose. This is why it's very important that the tire tool is completely in contact with the lug. We don't want to strip the lug nuts or the tire tool. You want to loosen all the lug nuts, but don't remove them. Just one turn per nut should do it. Place the jack at the appropriate point on the car, according to your owner's manual, and begin to lift the vehicle. Be sure the vehicle is stable and lift the car high enough that the tire is completely off the ground. Important note, at no time during this process should you allow any part of you to be under the vehicle. If by some fluke the vehicle should slip off the jack, you don't want to be under it. Once the tire is completely off the ground and able to spin, you will fully remove the lug nuts. Most passenger vehicles will have 4 or 5 lugs. Be sure to put them in a safe, secure spot so that you aren't having to hunt for them when you go to put the tire back on. Now you can remove the flat tire. Pull it from the lug bolts. It might be heavy, so be ready to control it. Roll it away to a safe spot. Now, it's time to install the spare. Be sure it's in decent shape and has air before you install it. Roll the spare to the location of the wheel and lift it in place. You have to line up the holes in the wheel with the lug bolts sticking out. This can be a little difficult and frustrating, so take your time and be patient. You may find it necessary to lift the car a bit more to accommodate a fully inflated, full-size spare tire. Once the spare is in place, put the lug nuts back on. For now, you're just twisting them on hand tight. As you go around, the tire will be sucked closer to the wheel hub, so just keep going around until all the lug nuts are hand tight. Now, you will lower the vehicle back to the ground with the jack. Next, you need to tighten the lugs fully with the tire tool. It is important that you work in an alternating pattern, not just around in a circle. For a 5-lug wheel, make a star pattern. On 4-lug wheels, tighten opposite sides. Once you've tightened all the lug, go back and check each one again. You want to make sure each one is firmly in place. Put the jack, tire tool, etc. back in their spots. If necessary, put the flat tire back where the spare was. If possible, leave the flat tire and any hubcaps or covers in another spot. You need to get the flat fixed ASAP, and this will help remind you to do that. You don't want to get a second flat and have no spare ready to go. Most of your local tire shops can patch or plug a simple hole for as little as $10 or $15. So next time you get a flat, don't panic, just go change it yourself. Check out our other videos for easy ways to make your life better. Like, share, subscribe, and all those good things. And remember, you can do this.